Hey everyone, Brendan here. In this short video, I'm going to tell you all about mold toxicity. I'm going to help you understand the consequences when you are exposed to mold, whether you're eating it unknowingly or if you're being exposed to it from your home inside walls or a leaky roof or something like that. Also, a lot of gyms have mold in their floors, and even play schools have mold in the floors, so the children are being exposed to it. I'm going to share with you how you can mitigate the risk, as well as how you can determine if, in fact, you are being exposed to molds. I was just teaching this to my advanced students last week, and I've seen a major influx of individuals coming to me in my practice complaining about different types of chronic issues that are lingering, a lot of brain fog, as well as a lot of depression and anxiety, and they can't figure out what's going on. And oftentimes people will say, oh, I'm eating clean, I'm doing all the things, but they're not getting the results that they're looking for, that they want. And so we need to explore on a more holistic level what's going on. And so one of the areas that we can look is mold. How do you know? Well, you have to test. Here are some test results. This is a very, very in-depth test result looking at all different types of mold pathogens. And in this particular test result, we've got aflatoxin and ochrate toxin. Now, aflatoxin is a very, very common mold. And I'm going to read to you where it could be found. And when you hear this, you're going to be like, whoa, interesting. Okay. Aflatoxin, contaminated plants such as peanuts, corn, or rice, and even animal products such as meat or dairy. Inhaling dust during the handling and processing of contaminated crops and feeds such as cottonseed. Here's the biggest culprit for aflatoxin and the biggest source: coffee, oats, corn, and peanuts, peanut butter. And these test results were actually mine many years ago. And unknowingly, I was being exposed to mold. And I really started to reduce my peanut consumption, but I was still having oats every day. And then I went to gluten-free oats, and I was still being exposed. And then after these test results, we really did a whole forensic audit on my environment, my apartment, and the foods that I was eating. So we did this test, and there were some other results with other findings that mold was being detected underneath the hood of the stove. And so I showed them that. Now, I did a different test. I had a forensic air quality sort of company come in. They set up these tripods with air reading devices, and they detected mold. And the moment I showed the property manager that, she's like, okay, let's fix it. Let's get rid of it, because mold is so toxic. But you don't know unless you test. So I'm going to share with you what one of these tests looks like. You get one of these, it gets shipped right to your house. It's all sterile and you get all the things. And what you do is, in this particular test, all you have to do is it's just a urine test. And you pee in it, you send the sample right back to the lab, and within 7 days, 2 weeks, you get a full report. And then the full report talks about even possible sources, associated risks, the background, and even detox suggestions. So for example, let's see if I can find the same thing for the aflatoxin. So detox suggestions. To mitigate aflatoxin G2 effects, it is important to include a diet rich in antioxidants, stay hydrated, consider liver supporting supplements like milk thistle, and prevention through food safety practices is key, as there is no direct method to detoxify aflatoxin from the body. That's pretty crazy. So what you have to do is you've got to be cognizant of the foods that you're consuming. You need to be cognizant of the sources. You need to be cognizant of your environment. And the only way to determine is by testing. You don't guess. And so if you feel as though that you've been doing all the things, but you're still not getting the results that you're looking for, it's wise to test. There are a full medley of different types of tests. This report was a 58-page document of all different things that I tested. I wanted to test my neural inflammation. I wanted to test how much inflammation I had throughout my whole body. I wanted to test my genome. I wanted to test mycotoxins, metals. I also wanted to test the integrity of my gut. I also wanted to test food sensitivities. I also wanted to test if I had any nutrient deficiencies. All of these things, we can really determine what's going on with your body. You get a full snapshot. It's like a Polaroid of exactly in that moment what's happening with your body. And by identifying all of those different types of markers, you're able to now streamline and create a custom protocol exactly for you. So I just wanted to hop on and share that. So I'm seeing so much of it right now. So many people are complaining of cognitive impairment, mood, anger, aggression, forgetfulness, brain fog, low energy. And here's the thing. If you've got a leaky gut, you've got a leaky brain, right? So many of these foods are causing damage primarily to the gut, but those damaging components travel throughout the whole body, and they also travel past the blood-brain barrier, and they cause damage to the brain, causing inflammation, causing an immune response, suppressing all of those bodily systems and organs that are supposed to be working optimally, because these things are a game changer. And that's what I use. That's what I get all my clients to use as well when they want to learn and when they want to test. Gut Whisperer out.